In this lecture today, we will discuss about the stator interturn protection. What does it mean? Means that we know that the stator windings are having a number of turns in each phase. If there is a three-phase system and the stator winding is wounded in a three-phase pattern, so each conductor will have a number of turns, and the three-phase conductors which are distributed in the whole periphery or the whole stator winding, so these conductors will be touching to each other, but because of the insulation there will not be any leakage current through the one conductor to other conductor or in between the conductors. So in normal condition, if there is a proper insulation and there is no any breakage in the stator winding, so the current flowing in the stator winding will not be short-circuited to each other. It means the all pieces are having a separate current and that will be flowing throughout the stator winding. But sometimes it may happen that because of the vibration of the generator or due to the aging effect of the winding, the insulation may be damaged. And if insulation is damaged, then there may be a chances that the naked wire of this stator winding may be touching to each other. And if these conductors or naked conductors are touching to each other, these conductors will be going side by side, then only they will be touching to each other. So there will be a interturn current, interturn fault current. It means the current will be flowing from one conductor to other conductor. That is called the interturn fault. That's why we call it a stator interturn protection system. So in normal condition, it is very difficult to sense this interturn fault. Why? Because we know that if there is a one conductor and this conductor, let us say this is a R phase, and this R phase is having a multi-turn. Let us say there are 4 turns, and if 100 ampere current is flowing through this R phase, so same 100 ampere current is flowing through the all multi-turns. It means the all multi-turns are touching to each other, so they are carrying a 100 ampere current. It means these multi-turns are touching to each other. Now let us say if we divide this conductor, that is half of the turn is separated from the R phase and they are just connected in parallel, and we provide a 100 ampere current to flow through this parallel paths. So in the sense of the current flowing, there will not be any change because the entering current is 100 ampere through the R phase and leaving current will be also 100 ampere. There will be only change in the parallel paths. So there will not be effect of any change in the current. So sensing device will not be able to sense this type of fault. That's why stator interturn faults are very difficult to sense. So a normal deflector protection which has been applied for the stator winding protection or the transformer winding protection or the motor winding protection, that protection will not work out here. As we have discussed in previous classes that in transmission lines or the distribution line we can provide the differential protection or the percentage differential protection, and that is very well worked there. But here in case of stator intern faults, if we apply the same differential protection, so that protection may not be working properly in the case of stator intern faults. So to protect this stator intern fault protection system, we have designed a circuit. That circuit has been shown here. Let us say we have defined R, Y and B phase, and R winding is having a stator winding, that is the two turn have been shown here, S1 and S2. Similarly here also Y phase, there are two turn has been shown here, S1 and S2, and in B phase also S1 and S2. Now this is a current transformer, and across this current transformer one this coil RC is connected here. In all the phases around this current transformer, one relay RC is connected here. Now after this stator winding S1 and S2, we have connected this secondary of current transformer, and these secondary of current transformer are cross connected to each of the winding, and in this cross winding or across the cross winding we have connected a relay, that is the R1. Similarly in Y phase also, in a cross connected winding we have connected a relay R1, and same way here also relay R1 is connected. Now after that again current transformer coil is connected, and which is connected with a common point and further given to this RC coil. So this circuit is designed to protect the stator internal faults. So how this system will operate, we will see here. That is, in normal condition, when there is no fault or there is no stator internal faults, so what will happen? The same amount of current will be flowing through the stator winding S1 and S2 in the all phases, and same current will circulate through the secondaries of CT also. So because same current is flowing through the both CTs, so there will not be any flow of current through this relay R1. That is, if there is no fault or there is no internal faults, so equal current will be flowing through these CTs, secondary CTs, and no current will flow through this relay R1. Similarly in Y phase and B phase also. But if there is a stator internal faults, so the current flowing in the winding S1 and S2 will be unbalanced. It means the unbalanced current will be flowing through the secondary of the CTs, and because of this unbalance, the current will flow through this relay R1 also. So this relay R1 will operate, and this will give the indication that there is some internal faults happens in the system. So the protection system will operate and the stator winding will be disconnected, and further remedial action will be taken. So this is how the stator internal protection system is operating. Now let us see in the next what I have discussed today in this circuit diagram. Same thing has been written here, that is, under normal operating condition, the current in the stator winding S1 and S2 are equal, and equal currents will flow through the secondaries of CTs. The secondary current round the loop then is the same at all points, and no current flows through the relay R1. So I have discussed here previously that during the normal operating condition, the equal amount of the current will be flowing through the winding S1 and S2. So same equal current will be flowing through the secondary CTs also. And since these secondary CTs are cross connected, it means equal amount of voltage in this winding and this winding will be available. So there will not be any current flowing through the relay R1. Same thing will happen in the Y phase and P phase also. Same thing is written here. Now when fault occurs or a short circuit doubles between the adjacent turns, say on S1, the current in the stator winding S1 and S2 will no longer be equal. Therefore, unequal currents will flow through the secondaries of CT, and the difference of these two currents flows through the relay R1. So, the relay then closes its contacts to clear the generator from the system. So, this is what I have discussed, that in normal operating condition, the equal amount of current will be flowing through the stator winding S1 and S2, and there will not be any difference in the current. So same current will be flowing through the secondary of CT also, and there will not be any current flowing through the relay R1. But if there is a stator internal fault, so the current flowing through the winding S1 and S2 will become unbalanced. So the difference of current will be flowing through the secondary of CT, and this difference current will also flow through relay R1. So the relay R1 gets operated and it will detect the fault and protect the stator winding. This is what about the this lecture, that how we can protect the stator internal faults in a generator system.